I don't know, man. Jaron boots Ennis getting ready for a unification. Is he weight drained? That's what we're going to talk about right now in this video. Best in the business, and it's not even close. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill, where I'll give you a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress picks, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Now, I already made a video about this, but I'm back. This is a follow-up video because they just did a final press conference for Ennis Stanionis, a fight I am looking forward to, a unification also for the Ring magazine belt. And people they were like, hey, shout out to Kurt Hurd, channel member Kurt Hurd. He was like, what about Stanionis? What type of shape is he in? Now, Stanionis has not really been on social media, hasn't really been posting much, so I hadn't really seen too much of Stanionis. However, seeing the final press conference, Stanionis looks to be in great shape. As you see on the screen, here is a picture of Stanionis at the face-off, and his face still looks full. He doesn't look like completely dehydrated and flat and dry in the face, and he was talking at the press conference, things like that. However, when it comes to Jaron boots Ennis, I can't say exactly the same thing. When I look at Jaron Ennis's face, I'm seeing perhaps it just looks like he's more drained. Like his face looked more sunken in, his face looked more dry and dehydrated. You guys let me know what you guys are seeing in these photos that I'm showing you. But this is Jaron Ennis at the same face-off, and it looks like the weight cut is more severe for him. And that's just me being real. Ego Weight Watchers, I'm always gonna do my best job. I have to keep it real with what I see. This is Jaron Ennis, who did an interview with Ring magazine, and you see right there how he's looking. He looks kind of like scrawny a bit and a bit skinny. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. But in this previous interview, you have Jaron Ennis, and to me, he's looking kind of thin. Let's just be real, looking pretty thin. This is a photo shoot that they did, and I mean, this looked like an older man's arm. Like if I just show you the torso area, you look at the forearm and you look at the hands and stuff, it looked like Danny Glover's arm or something like that.
Riggs, I'm too old for this, son of a bitch. Put it in your mouth.
Get in here!
Don't nibble on the barrel. Put it in your mouth.
Bro, this arm looked crazy from Jaron boots Ennis. That's all I'm saying. So you guys let me know what you think in them comments. But for me, it does look like Jaron boots Ennis is a bit tapped. And I've said this for a while. Ennis looked kind of like a middleweight. That's why I think he received so much flack for the Virgil Ortiz, how that fight played out, because people were happy to see the fight, wanted to see the fight. And it looks like Jaron boots Ennis could and probably should be at 154 at this stage of his career based on his body type and how big he is. A lot of fighters in this new era, they're just doing these massive weight cuts. Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, Jaron boots Ennis, Canelo when he was at 154 particularly, and just a lot of new fighters. It's a testament to Gervonta Tank Davis because he's similar to the fighters of yesteryear in the Floyds and the Pacquiaos, where they don't have to do all that. They can be anomalies and very hard to beat, that kind of thing. And they don't have to have these crazy, massive weight cuts and massive rehydrations. So respect to Tank on that regard. But for me, this looks a bit, I guess, concerning for Jaron Ennis. This is my biggest fear with these massive weight cuts. I don't want to look too much. I'm not trying to evoke panic or make y'all stampede and worry, but my fear is this. if you keep playing with fire, you have a greater chance of getting burned, right? And to this young generation who is choosing to do these like drastic weight cuts, right? There could be a point in time where you meet your match between a good opponent and like just feeling flat in the moment, you know, and on the given night. And that's why I prefer these fighters to just stay like fighting your real weight class and stay closer to your fight weight. Maybe that's old school. Maybe those times are never going to come back. I don't know. But for me, that's how I kind of view the game, because for me, I think that keeps you in a better position to look good on the given night. I feel like don't get it twisted. Most fighters, even Floyd or Pacquiao or something, there's going to be some sacrifice that is needed to make their weight. You know, that just comes with the territory. But you can make that less daunting or more daunting depending on what type of weight you're having to shed and get off you. So that's my point, is I just prefer fighters don't test the limit so much and really fight either at your weight class or stay truer and closer to your actual weight, because you can make things harder. It's like if you had a big test coming up, you could either use, or a paper, let's say a paper that's due. You have a 10-page essay due in school, right? You can make that a whole lot harder by not using the 3 weeks that the teacher gave you when they first assigned the work, and then cramming and doing all of the work on the night before, right? That's kind of what these fighters are doing. It's like you had 3 weeks to get all this paper like submitted, do a rough draft, proofread it, and, you know, get your paper done. And you did it all the night before. And again, maybe some people could get away with it. And I'm speaking from experience, because I was one of those people that could get away with it. Get a good grade on a paper that I did the night before. You know what I mean? But who knows what my papers look like if I actually used the allotted 3 weeks and took my time with it and proofread it. Like if I'm getting a good grade on it and I'm cramming and doing it the night before, you know? And I got to figure that out about myself, about why I wait for certain things and procrastinate and work so well under pressure that I just get it all done regardless, even if I made it more uncomfortable. So that's kind of the same analogy for these fighters. Stanionis, as you see right here, he looks perfectly fine. Like he don't look, and I didn't look at Stanionis as like a small welterweight per se, and he looks the same that he always looks, versus you look at Jaron Ennis, looks a little bit different. The other thing is, for me, you got to look at the temperament and body language. Stanionis looks happy. He's saying at the press conference he's happy that he's injury free and he's getting the big opportunity. Jaron Boots Ennis, his body language seemed a little bit more like almost grumpy. And I've been around a lot of fighters. That's one of the signs of kind of a hard cut or going through these weight cuts. You're not really feeling personable. You're not really talkative. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get through your cut, and then you're kind of grumpy, to be honest, because you're sacrificing on your body. Versus you look at like Tank in his recent weigh-ins, he looks like he's having fun. He even did a backflip before the Frank Martin fight, I think it was, right? At the weigh-in or something, he did a backflip. So that shows he's in good spirits and had a good cut, and he's fighting at his real weight class. If you got energy to hit a backflip, some of these other fighters look like they finna die and they just need to hurry up and get in the scale and get off camera and replenish. So we're gonna see, because this is gonna be a good fight either way. But the weight cut, you know, at this level, when you have a tough fight on paper, regardless of a tough weight cut or not, these little night and day or nuanced things could be decision making factors in the outcome.